being an athlete, it is so hard in itself, and the pressures and expectations that come with it, and just not being so hard on yourself and really just trusting your own capabilities.
Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to another amazing episode of Flipping Out with Bridget Sloan. I am your host, Bridget Sloan, and this is a podcast where you are going to be hearing from athletes to coaches to fellow ESPN analysts and really anybody who wants to come on here and share their stories of success, of failure, and really anything and everything in between. And today's episode, the guest is one for the books. She is the 2021 SEC Balance Beam champion as a freshman, I might add. She is currently a senior at the University of Florida. Give it up for Ellie Lazzari. Ellie, thank you so much for joining me. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well, thank you. So, okay, I do want to talk about it because I just covered it. You just had Alabama at home.
Mm-hmm.
And you weren't necessarily, well, the team wasn't victorious, yes, but you had, in my opinion, a breakout routine on bars.
Yeah, I think especially after vault, I just knew that I had to stay present. I had to move on. They needed me on the next couple events, so I really just had to be there for the team. They always have my back, so I just had to really be in the moment and not dwell on what happened on vault. And it was a great routine. I was so excited. Career high. So yeah, it was very, very exciting. For sure.
Yes, it was. I mean, I think gymnastics is so awesome, but it's so cruel sometimes, especially during season, and you make a mistake and it's like, I have two options here. I can either dwell and be sad for myself, or I can move on because my team needs me. And you did just that. You hit such, your bar routine was so beautiful. And I was so bothered because the angle that we were at, like, it didn't do it justice. And I was like, man, so because we were behind you guys. So so we were behind you, and just like for me, from my personal angle, like I was like, I want to be on the side because it's just a better angle and I get a better, but that's okay because it was an outstanding performance. And I also want to let you know that I have been manifesting personally in my head, a perfect 10 on balance beam for you this year.
It will happen.
Yes, that's what I like to hear. Oh my gosh. I mean, you're amazing on all events. Is beam your favorite event?
Oh yeah, for sure. Absolutely. It's to my body as well, so that's a plus.
I love that. I mean, it's the hardest event, no doubt, but you do it beautifully.
Thank you.
And I mean, watching you on beam just in the beginning of season, and I know you've only had a couple meets, but even the first meet, I was like, manifest. Ellie is going to get a perfect 10 this year. I've been manifesting for a lot of people, but I'm like, Ellie's going to get it. It's going to happen. I mean, hey, I manifested for Raina Worley to get a 10, and she got one. She got one over the weekend. So you're the next one I'm manifesting for because it's so well deserved.
Thank you.
Okay, so you're a senior.
I am already. It's crazy.
I know. And you have
freshman year. It feels like it went from freshman year to senior year. Like sophomore, junior was just all blended together. I don't know.
I know the feeling. But you have the option for a fifth year, correct?
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
I'm staying.
Good for you.
Yeah. I have
you know what?
I'll take it for sure.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting. That's really exciting. I applaud you. It's such a hard decision. I've been asked multiple times. People said like, oh, if you had a fifth year, would you be able to? And I'm like, I mentally, I was ready. My body was like, let's go. We're done here. So I think for athletes to be given that option is really cool and to continue. I mean, you just said sometimes it's like, I have so much more to give.
Exactly. Yeah.
I have more to give. And given that opportunity, I think that's really awesome. And I think Gator Nation will be very happy to have you back.
Yeah. That's awesome. I'm very excited.
Well, so you're from the Midwest.
I am.
Love that. As a fellow Midwesterner that made it down south, what made you choose Florida?
Florida just always stood out to me. So like growing up watching college gymnastics, Florida was the only team that pretty much stood out to me. The team atmosphere, just like the way everyone carried themselves, I really loved that. And obviously the amazing legacy that everyone before me has created for us. Like I only visited Florida and I knew I wanted to go here. So it was just crazy because obviously there's so many opportunities out there and Florida I don't know, like it just got me. The program's amazing. The coaches I had great connections with. Coaching wise, that is probably 90% of my decision, what made me decide to go to Florida. They really just appreciate and value you as a person first, and student second, athlete third. And I just knew that going to Florida, it would help me thrive in my career as a student athlete and even outside when I leave Florida. So I just knew it was the best place for me. And I am so excited for what's to come and the best decision I've ever made. I just feel so loved, so appreciated, and it's my home. It's very far from home, but it's definitely my home. I love it. So.
Oh, that makes my heart really happy. It's so cool what college athletics does for people when you take on the opportunity and take it on just head on and say, I'm going to be all in. Mm-hmm. And your time at Florida, you have had a lot of success, and you won SEC Beam as a freshman. I did. Yeah, you did. Well, I'm here to remind you, you are a superstar. Well, let's take a little trip down memory lane then, because I know you said you forgot, but let's refresh that memory. I mean, that is, in my opinion, SECs is right below NCAAs as far as difficulty to win. I mean, it's just the conference itself is, I mean, it's tough. It's a very tough conference. So when you go into these big meets, SECs, NCAAs, etc., do you make little goals for yourself, or is it like, I just want to do my best and whatever happens, happens?
Obviously, I think we all make little goals for ourselves, but especially leading up to big competitions, it's really important for us individually and as a team to just continue being normal, do what we do in the practice every day, because then the outcome will follow. Obviously, honing in on the little details, being more mindful of landings, handstands, just being in control and being present, and not getting too excited. Obviously, celebrations are very, very exciting. You just want to celebrate with your team like right after, but it's really important to just finish the routine all the way through. I think that really, really is really important. Just staying present, because obviously, like, you train every day and you know what you're capable of doing. So at the end of the day, when the time comes, you really just have to think about your technique and what you have to do in the process, and the outcome will just follow. So yeah.
Spoken like a true veteran.
Thank you.
So now that you're in your senior year, what has been your favorite moment? And I'm sure this will change. I mean, I think it's supposed to change, but so far, what has been your favorite moment as a Gator?
SEC's last year was unmatched. Oh my gosh. SEC's is by far my favorite competition of the year. It's the hardest conference in the nation. It's incredible. Like, all the teams so talented, have so much depth. You really have to fight all the way through. And that's what makes it so exciting, is that the level is so elevated that everyone is bringing forth their best effort and their best gymnastics. And at the end of the day, like, you know that you gave it all you had. And it's super exciting as a team to go through that together. Yeah, I loved it.
Oh, amen to that. Amen to that. That was always my favorite competition. Also, I thought SEC is it's just rocked. Like, it was just so
It's just
fun.
different than any other meet. It's so great.
Mhm.
Yeah, nothing will compare. Nothing will. And I will say that for the rest of my life.
You heard it here. You heard it here. Nothing will compare. But so, we talked about goals, and you've said that as a team, you have a team goal and then you have an individualized goal. What are some of your individualized goals for this season?
For this season, it's really to keep progressing in adding events. I'm looking forward to doing all around. I'm practicing all around, and it's crazy because it's been 2 years since I've even practiced all around, since my injury, and so that in itself is a big accomplishment. My body getting used to the impact of all 4 events day in and day out. But really listening to my body, speaking up when I need to, kind of pacing myself so that at the end everything will come together, but really just kind of taking it one event at a time. And also just really taking care of myself inside and outside the gym. What you do outside the gym is pretty much more important than what you do in the gym. It's really important to get your sleep, hydrate, eat well, fuel yourself to perform, stay on top of school so that you go into gym with a clear mind and with about 85% battery. Obviously, being a student athlete is hard. It's kind of impossible to go into practice with 100%. Like, you have a full day of classes, you have PT, you have tutoring, whatever, but just being able to use 100% of whatever battery that I had that day, because every day will be different. So yeah.
Well, I have always said, and mind you, like, I'm like a real adult. Like, I have a real adult job, and I still think being a student athlete is one of the hardest jobs to have, because it's a balancing act.
It really
of
is,
being not only a student, an athlete, but being an individual, like being who you are.
Right.
And it can be challenging. But as far as things inside the gym, you love beam. We love that for you. But what do you like to do outside of the gym? Because I feel like I saw something recently. Are you a plant mom? Like, do you like?
I love
Good for you. Oh,
they just bring me so much joy, and they like liven up your place. It's just, they're so beautiful, and there's a lot to learn about them. I have a lot to learn. There's a lot of plants that I don't know, but yeah, it's just like a fun hobby of mine. I love going to farmers markets, kind of like looking around, and just, yeah, like, it's just very wholesome, very low energy, consuming activity, but it's really nice. I mean, like, if I'm stressed, go buy a plant. Like, it's
wow.
my go-to. Yeah.
If I had that mentality, my entire house would just be plants. That is where that would be. I'm more of a fake plant gal myself. It's like, I want so badly to be a plant person, but like, plants don't want to be in my life. Like, they just don't survive in my house, honestly.
You could be a plant person and appreciate it and not have one, and that's totally fine.
Wow, Ellie, I appreciate you. That's really nice to say. You're really making me feel good about my decision of not buying plants anymore, because I really want to.
One day.
I appreciate that.
And you have to let me know.
Gosh. I know. I'll have to put it on my dream board. Okay. So you like plants, but Florida does a lot with, I know when I was there, we did a lot of volunteer work that I thought we did a lot, but it seems like even now the team and even just individually, you guys really give back to the community. You give back to in multiple ways. What are some of your favorite volunteer pastimes that you've been able to do?
Recently, I've been going to local elementary schools and just working with kids and doing activities with them and talking with them and getting to know them and really building relationships with them, because I've visited a couple times recently. So it's honestly like the highlight of my week. I just love impacting them and making them smile and hopefully making their day. They make mine for sure. But it's so fulfilling and it's so fun. I love it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice. It's really, really nice to be so fulfilling. It's so funny. You're like, I have so much to do, but you'll always make time for those things that just like fill your tank. Whatever that is, you always make time for that. Oh my gosh. Yes. Well, so going in to this weekend, who do you have this weekend?
Georgia.
At Georgia.
Yes.
That's right. At Georgia. What's the goal for this weekend at Georgia?
So after every meet, the practice after meet, we meet as a team. It's like an hour meeting, but we watch film. We kind of reflect on what we watched or what we saw and things that we can improve on, things that were standouts. And recently, starting last year, we started to come up with either a word or a phrase of the week. So that it's kind of like chunking each meet that we have. So it's not like we have 15 weeks of meet competitions, and just not chunking it is a lot easier, so that we know what our intention is leading up to that meet. And so we came up with Undeniably Free. Yeah, very cool. Jenny's been talking a lot about just being ourselves, doing our gymnastics freely, not trying too hard, not being hesitant, really just doing what we know how to do, really elevating our confidence in the gym because that's where it starts, and carrying that over to our competition. And going off of last meet, there were so many highlights and positive things that we can take from. And obviously the outcome was not ideal, but like you said, we either have two options. We can take that and help us elevate our confidence and really reflect on the things that we as a team and individually need to work on, or we can let it tear us down and dwell on it, and hold us back. But yeah, we're ready and we're moving forward, and we're just taking those steps forward and just really honing in on what we need to improve on, and just being ourselves.
That's all you can do. Just be yourself. It's just gymnastics.
It really is. Yeah. And I think because we spend so much time and effort into gymnastics, I think that's why if something is not ideal, that's why we take it so hard. But it is really just gymnastics. Like, we will be okay. Like, life moves on. It'll be good. You just have to keep looking forward. Yeah. And learn from your mistakes. So yeah.
Wise words, Ellie. Wise words you're spitting over there, because man, it's, again, I think athletes sometimes, especially gymnasts, you guys are all perfectionists. You wouldn't be a gymnast if you weren't some ounce of perfectionist. I mean, some are very, very extreme, some are not so extreme, but at the end of the day, you want to succeed. You want to be great. And I think every team in the NCAA right now is on this path of what's going to divide us from good and great.
Right. Yes.
And I mean, like you said, like the SEC is every conference is an outstanding conference. The SEC, in my opinion, it's always been a level up. I mean, you have just got masses of talent, and you guys just get better and better every year, which It freaks me out how every single year you guys just
Yeah.
like you have to. It's like you have to level up.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Even just college gymnastics in general has stepped up so much. The amount of talent, the amount of experience that everyone has across the nation, honestly. It's collegiate gymnastics is so hard. And it's always been hard, but it's so hard now. Everyone is so talented, so great. So yeah, it's hard. It's hard.
It is hard.
Mm-hmm.
It is hard. It is. I watch you guys now and I'm like, I'm so happy I'm retired. I am so happily retired. I'm like, oh, I could never. Oh, I could never. But you guys do it with such grace and such ease. You make it look like I can do it, which is really kind of it twists my mind sometimes. Watching, I'm like, maybe I could do it. Like Anya's vault makes me think I could do a vault.
Her vault is so interesting. I swear she walks into a one half. It is the quietest one half I've ever seen. In the gym, I can't even hear her punch the board, and she just goes off and sticks it. I'm like, you go, girl. Like, I don't know how you just did that, but you're amazing. You're my inspiration. That's amazing. So it's so funny.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Literally, I'm like watching her go and I'm like, she makes me think I could do that. I'm like standing there and I'm like, should I should I take my shoes off? Should I warm up? I'm like, I feel like I could do that. And it just, I mean, that's the goal, right? Like make gymnastics look easy.
Yes. And that's what makes it hard.
Undoubtedly. Yes. Well,
yes.
you mentioned Anya was your inspiration, but is that true? Like who is Ellie's inspiration?
From Florida or just anyone?
Just in general. Just you know.
General. Megan Skaggs. Megan Skaggs. Forever and always. And Trinity Thomas. Forever and always. The most humble, kind-hearted people that I know. And I just love them so dearly. They've made such a big impact on my life and in my career. And I just look up to them so much. And just even as people, like, they're incredible. But yeah, I look up to them for sure. Yeah, those two.
Good choices. Beautiful humans inside and out, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so you're gonna come back for your 5th year. We love to hear that. I'm very excited for you. But what is gonna happen after that 5th year? What's next? Like what is post college gonna look like? Do you think?
I'm looking into OT school after college. So in my 5th year, I'll just be finishing my prereqs for that. I'll be applying hopefully before this upcoming fall. I'm taking my 5th year, kind of just doing a certificate. I think that I was wanting to do a master's, but I think giving myself time to really just get hands-on experience, inpatient, outpatient, just getting ready for that. It'll give me time to focus on that and still do the sport I love. So yeah, for sure. I'm excited and hopefully staying in Florida. We'll see. Yeah.
Do it, girl. There's lots of places to live here. There's lots of Orlando's pretty cool. I will say it's a little congested right now, but it's okay. You just you work with it. You make it work.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So I have one question that I have asked, all the athletes that I've had on the podcast, which you're the second one. So if you could go back and tell your younger self something, whether it be gymnastics related, life related, whatever it might be, what would you tell your younger self? Or better yet, maybe I'll rephrase the question. A young athlete comes up to you and says, Ellie, I need some advice. I need advice. And they don't preface what kind of advice. What would you tell them?
Oh, I think the first one is change is good. I think growing up, I've always been so afraid of change. Even now, like I'm one who prefers kind of stable, like consistent kind of routines. Obviously, as an athlete, like you know, day in and day out growing up, leading to college gymnastics, it's pretty much the same thing every day. But in terms of like life, change is good. Change is needed in order to grow, in order to learn and better yourself. So don't be afraid of change because that will lead you to great places. Um, and also just don't be so hard on yourself. Like it's being an athlete, it is so hard in itself and the pressures and expectations that come with it and outside just external pressures, it puts a lot on you as a person and it's hard to deal with. So just not being so hard on yourself and really just trusting your own capabilities, kind of trusting your own instinct and intuition, and not worrying about what other people are saying, what other people think, because the only person that should, it's only your perception that matters. And so really just kind of just always believe in yourself. Like if you believe in yourself, you are way more than halfway there. You're pretty much there. You just got to do the work. But if you believe in yourself, you will get there. And what that looks like may differ from person to person, but it's really your own journey that matters and not really focusing on what other people are doing and just really trusting that your journey is unique and it will get you to where you want to be. Just trusting that. I think that's really important. Yeah.
I love it. I love
Thanks.
it. I think, oh my gosh, change. It's so funny that you mention like
Yeah.
change is good because I'm now 31 years old and I have to remind myself that change is like you said, it's how you grow. It's
Mm-hmm.
how you get better. And as athletes, specifically gymnasts, I think sometimes change is terrible. Well, no, it is. It's terrifying.
It's terrifying. Like my
Mm-hmm.
worst nightmare. It's like, what's happening? Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's hard, and you really just have to learn how to adjust to those and stuff because life happens, and you just got to learn how to deal with that and kind of just carry yourself strongly through all of that because that will take you so far. Because life is always changing constantly, whether you like it or not. So,
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, life is so hard.
it is.
Well, I mean, there are so many good changes I feel like that are happening to you as an individual,
Mhm.
as an athlete. I am so incredibly excited for you the rest of this season, and I am so pumped you're coming back.
Thanks. I'm
That is
excited.
really, I mean, that is,
Yeah.
I feel like that's a really hard decision to make
Hmm.
because, well, it's another year of gymnastics, which is another year preseason, which is another year of regular season. And you just sound so confident and sure about that you're making the best decision and the right decision. And I love that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's like obviously focusing on now, um, doing what I can this season, and just really focusing on like taking care of my body and my mind. But yeah, I haven't felt this strong mentally and physically in a long time, probably since freshman year, which is awesome. Um, yeah, I just think that I obviously have more to give, and I love the sport, so why not? Um, so yeah.
Oh my gosh. Why do you think you're mentally and physically stronger?
So after my Achilles injury, obviously that was really hard mentally and physically. Obviously, even last year, I gave myself more time to heal because I communicated with coaches that my body's still not there. It's not ready for other events. I'm just going to focus on beam give myself time to fully heal so that I can really build the foundation that I need for senior year. And I think that was the best decision that I've made for myself. And so far it's paying off. But obviously having a serious injury, it's really hard. It's really kind of damaging to your confidence too. I mean, it's hard. Like the recovery time, it takes a long time, and you really just have to listen to your body and not rush anything. And just the fear of not being as good as you were, or, oh, can my body take this much impact again? But I think I've just learned a lot from it, and because I feel a lot mentally stronger, like I feel good. I feel my body feels great. So yeah.
That's amazing. I couldn't agree more, because I think out of my entire gymnastics career, the years that I grew the most, that I felt the best, that I just felt more myself, were always after an injury.
Mm-hmm.
Which is terrible. You're like, why does it have to be like that?
No, but I mean, it sucks.
Why do I?
It sucks.
Yes. Yes. Injuries are not fun.
They're not. Plain and simple. They're not. They're not. But
they are not.
Yeah. Had such great support system. My teammates were amazing. Coaches were amazing. So yeah, it sucks in the moment. Recovery time it's hard. But it's worth it in the end. Yeah.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. It's worth it in the end. And you're so right. It's a blessing and a curse, the beautiful sport of gymnastics, because injuries are, you can't avoid them sometimes. And it's like having those two choices yet again. I can either be really sad for myself, or I can work through this and become mentally and physically stronger. And you are doing just that. And that is a very big testimony to your strength and your mental toughness, because I don't know what it's like to come back from an injury like that, but you have come back stronger and better than ever.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're so great. You're so talented. Stop. I'm so excited for the rest of your season. Again, we are manifesting, and it will happen naturally. Don't try too hard. Again, remember, it's just gymnastics.
Yeah, just gotta keep doing what I'm doing, and it'll fall into place. Judging is so subjective, but sometimes it really makes up for it, because if you have perfect routine, sometimes you don't get the 10. The next week you have a little balance check, but you get not a higher score, but like a pretty high score. It'll make up for it, but just gotta keep doing what I'm doing. I can't control the scores, but yeah.
I know. If only we could. I know. If only we could. I hear you. But no, I'm really excited to see you grow with the rest of the season, and especially come back even stronger next season.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
You're so welcome. Well, thank you. Yes. You're so great. I wish you the best of luck with the rest of season. I will actually, I think I'm coming. I think I have one more Florida meet on site. So you'll get to see me one more time this year before postseason. Don't fret. It's going to be great. But yes, I wish you just the best of luck. Just keep being you, and you're going to move mountains, girl. That wraps up today's episode. I hope you all enjoyed, and make sure to mark your calendars, because every Wednesday we will be dropping new episodes of my amazing guests that I have lined up. Please like and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. And I am your host, Bridget Sloan. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Don't forget to be awesome, and let's make today great, shall we? Bye, guys.